But let's move on to another political story coming in this morning. Some much-needed youth power is all set to reignite the Congress in some states. Two leaders are reportedly joining the Congress today. One is firebrand young leader Kanhaiya Kumar. And besides that, you also have Dalit rights leader Jignesh Mevani, who's an independent MLA from Gujarat's Vadgam. He too could be joining the Congress. Now, both these leaders will reportedly be inducted in the party in the presence of Rahul Gandhi. Very, very important inductions this, because at a time when essentially the headlines of the Congress has been all about some of their top leaders leaving the party, two high-profile faces joining them augurs well for the Congress.
भारत से नहीं मेरे भाइयों, भारत में आजादी मांग रहे हैं। और में फर्क होता है।
Kanhaiya Kumar, a firebrand Jawaharlal Nehru Student Union leader, a young face in the Narendra Modi government's line of fire in 2016 with cases of sedition slapped against him. Kanhaiya Kumar is all set to join the Congress party today in the national capital. Kanhaiya's entry into the Congress will shake up the Bihar unit of the grand old party just under a year after it struggled to win 19 seats in the assembly polls. The former JNU Students' Union president has had a relatively quiet political career so far after contesting Lok Sabha polls on the CPI ticket. He had lost the Begusarai fight to BJP's Giriraj Singh by 4.20 lakh votes. Along with Kanhaiya Kumar, the Congress will induct another young face, Dalit rights leader and independent MLA from Gujarat's Vadgam, Jignesh Mevani. Mevani's induction comes just over a year before the state goes to polls. The Congress is banking on Mevani's Dalit identity and is hoping that Mevani and State President Hardik Patel can tap the incumbency against BJP to win one of the Saffron Party's most prized states. The two entries into the Congress also comes at a point when it has been hit by desertions. A number of young leaders such as Priyanka Chaturvedi, Jyotiraditya Scindia, Sushmita Dev and Jitin Prasad have left the party to join other parties. With Anand Patel and Mausami Singh, Bureau Report, India Today.
And for more details on this, let's take this across to Anand Patel. He's joining us live this morning with the inside track from the Congress party. Anand, good morning. Two inductions that are crucial for the party because, as I mentioned, so far for the last many months, the narrative in the Congress has been about how some of the top leaders have been leaving it. So these two inductions perhaps is very, very important for the Congress. What's the kind of role that Kanhaiya Kumar and Jignesh Mevani will be given?
Good morning, Akshita. Yes, much needed boost to the Congress party, which has been hit by a string of desertions over the past few years, particularly after 2019 Lok Sabha poll debacle. Now, Kanhaiya Kumar obviously, will give a lot of boost to the Bihar unit of the Congress party, where the party fared terribly in the 2019 2020 assembly polls. And clearly, Kanhaiya had not been, on good terms with his current assignment in the CPI. And that is the reason why he's making this big shift. There was a lot of speculation whether he'll join or not join. But we are told that finally he's joining, along with Jignesh Mevani. And the Bihar unit is set for a revamp. The state unit chief is to be announced. So clearly, Kanhaiya Kumar will be given key responsibility. We are told that he'll be made the working president of the new Bihar Pradesh Congress committee. Now, as far as Jignesh Mevani is concerned, he's also, a prize catch for the Congress party, a young firebrand Dalit thinker and independent MLA from Vadgam. Remember, he had won in 2017 with the help of a Congress party back then. And he's been in touch with the Congress party high command since then. But it's now only that the elections are very close to due late next year that he's joining the party fold. He's also due for a big assignment. Remember, he's a close friend of Hardik Patel also, who's the working president. So clearly, all these young blood infused in the Congress party will definitely boost the party's chances in the upcoming assembly polls. But yes, a bit of caution there for the Congress party because both these leaders come with a baggage. And it remains to be seen as how the Congress party will tackle that when it comes to the BJP.
All right. We'll wait and watch, Anand. For the moment, thank you very much for joining us. And let's get you a brief profile of both these leaders and why these are crucial inductions for the Congress. Let's begin with Kanhaiya Kumar. He shot to fame because he was the JNU Student Union president. And a few years ago, there was that entire controversy in which Kanhaiya Kumar was also named. In the sedition case, he was even arrested of sedition charges. This was back in February 2016. Since then, he's always been a vociferous anti-government voice. He allegedly raised slogans favoring Afzal Guru. This was back in 2016. And action was taken against him with a case being filed also by the Delhi police. He's already had a political sojourn. He made his debut in politics in 2018 when he joined the CPI. He contested the general election soon after that from Bihar's Begusarai. He contested the Lok Sabha election, but he lost. He didn't do well in electoral politics. He lost to Giriraj Singh, and it was by a mammoth margin of 4.20 lakh votes. So he lost to the BJP. And since then, he's essentially been on rocky ground in the CPI, and here's why. Now, he was accused of assault by the CPI Bihar secretary, and the party decided to act against Kanhaiya Kumar. He was unhappy after censure motion against him was passed by the CPI, and they clearly issued a warning to him over this. And as far as the Congress is concerned, Kanhaiya Kumar is likely to get a very, very prominent role in the Bihar Congress, perhaps even lead the party in the state. Now, beyond that, let's look also at Jignesh Mevani. Why is he a crucial induction? He's a Dalit leader from Gujarat, an independent MLA from Gujarat's Vadgam. So he has proven his mettle in electoral politics. He's the convener of the Rashtriya Dalit Adhikar Manch. So he is a very, very strong Dalit advocate, a Dalit voice, an independent MLA, as I mentioned, from Vadgam. So he has got it in him in the sense that he's proven himself in electoral politics. He's been previously with the Aam Aadmi Party. This was from 2014 to 2016, and time and again he spoke out on a number of issues. He led the protests in 2016 in the Una Dalit flogging incident. That's when he shot to fame. Jignesh Mevani was someone who really spoke out against this incident and ensured it made national headlines. He's likely to lead the Congress's 2022 Gujarat campaign. The Congress right now doesn't have a strong face in Gujarat. Jignesh Mevani could fill up that void and could lead the party in the upcoming elections.